Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Garden Talks, or welcome back on this channel. I love to share videos on magic mushrooms, herbs, how to incorporate them into your life, how to grow them, and also I love to share travel vlogs and garden talks here and there. So subscribe to tune in to my beautiful energy. On today's video, I want to talk about how a trip on magic mushrooms with your partner can bring you closer to your partner. This can also apply to other relationships in your life, even platonic relationships, but I would warn you on that. I don't know, but you'll see why, okay? Because the connection that you have when you're on psychedelics, and what I mean by this, if you've got issues with your boo, whatever it is, however severe, if you guys are, on the verge to breaking up or a divorce, whatever business is yours, this is not a cure to that, although I do feel like it can allow you to open up and heal aspects of yourself that may allow you to bring yourself closer together, okay? But we're talking more so like a healthy relationship, like as individuals, you're healthy, they're healthy, and you decide to take a little trip to the cosmos with the beautiful magic of the earth, magic mushrooms. And yeah, so I was speaking from experience, like I said at the beginning, I do want to warn you when it comes to tripping with people, and even just in general, just, taking magic mushrooms. Be really conscious and aware of the people who you are doing it with. I always stress the importance of the environment that you are tripping for many obvious reasons, and not so obvious for a lot of people, which is understandable if you have no experience. But the environment that you're in is 100% really important, and it is going to play a role on your trip, what kind of a trip you have and experience, right? So if you are tripping with strangers or people with really bad, negative, low vibrational energy, that may interfere with your trip, and you may experience a bad trip, which is not always the most fun. Okay, I've heard crazy stories of people who were tripping, and maybe not even with someone, but like someone walked in and they could literally see them as the devil, or they could see their bad negative aura, and it was just a disaster. I've heard stories like that before. Thankfully, I have never experienced that, but I could see how that can happen. I always make sure that I am tripping with somebody that I love and that I trust, that I am close to, that it's a good time, you know what I mean? So the one thing that I will say is that when you trip with another person, by trip I don't mean microdose, I mean like literally like a full-on trip. And the dosage really depends on the person. Every person has a different experience depending on the amount, really. But the one thing I will say is that it literally connects you on a different realm, okay? Let me try to explain this. Me and a person I was very close to, very close platonic relationship, when we tripped, that allowed us, like our souls, to connect on another realm. Meaning that it becomes harder for you to disconnect or detach from the person. It might be hard to let go of them. It might be hard to move on because you are connected on more than one realm, okay? I don't know if this is really true. This is kind of a theory, to be honest. But it makes sense, and I 100% believe it. So it could be kind of dangerous because, like, if you fall in love with somebody when you're tripping and, like, something happens in life, it's just going to be harder to let them go out of your life. So anyways, let's say there's two healthy individuals in a relationship and they decide to take a little trip together, and let's say you're not healthy, you take a trip together. Well, that's none of my business. It could also be very healing. But anyways, let's say, you trip. How it brings you closer is because magic mushrooms have, this magic in them, where things are brought to the surface, things are brought to your awareness. You are very aware, your senses are very heightened. As I explained in all of my other psychedelic videos, basically you're just super aware, and it's hard to hide things. It's hard not to feel. It's hard not to feel your emotions and bring them out and feel very, very deeply, or open your heart up to that, open yourself up to that, to really feeling. And what that does, it allows you to really bond with the other person. And I think this could be really special and very healing if you do it together and with intention, like just you two, not another third or more people. And also literally setting up the environment, like hanging up some cool lights, making it really cozy, having some water, making it safe, comfortable for you to really open up to each other, to express what you feel, to express some of the things maybe that you may be afraid to say, maybe when you're sober, some things that are hidden deep within you that you need to heal as an individual, because maybe it's blocking the connection that you two have, or the potential of you two going deeper within your connection, right? I hope this is making sense. This is all just flowing through me. But it's really, really powerful, because it could really bring you to like next level connection, where like I think something that really brings people together, like a deep loving connection, is being open, being vulnerable, being honest, learning about each other, knowing each other. And sometimes that can be really hard, or you don't really know how to, but basically when you are tripping, it kind of makes it easy to do so, because you're both on the same vibe. Another thing is that when you are tripping, if things are going well, you know, it's a good trip, then really you're just vibing out and you're feeling just energy. Everything is energy. You could feel the other person's energy, they feel yours. It's all energy being transferred, and that in itself is just really powerful and really beautiful, because it's like there's no wall between you and the other person. Like, and it all depends on the trip, because it could be so intense to the point where you don't even have to talk. You guys are telepathically, literally talking to each other. And I'm saying this from experience, like it's totally possible. I had an experience once where it was me and my close friend, and we were literally reading each other's minds. So before she could even verbalize what she was going to say, I was laughing at what she was going to say, because I already knew what she was going to say ahead of time, because we were literally telepathically communicating, which goes back to what I said earlier. That's a whole different level of connection. Like, that's deep, you know what I mean? So yeah, you're just feeling energy, and if the other person is really feeling you and you're really feeling them, you're feeling just like an immense amount of just love and their energy, and it could feel really beautiful. It really all depends on where you two are in your relationship as well, because let's say you two have never expressed to each other how much you love each other, how much you just love this person for being them or what they have brought to your life, then maybe that is the space and the opportunity for you to freely express yourself without judgment, right? It just creates this beautiful space to be open, to release, to express, and to feel. And all of that combined is vulnerable, and it really deepens your connection. And maybe there's also a little things that happen in your life or within your relationship that you want to be brought up, because you know that if you two communicate what is going on, then it's going to help you to move forward and level up in your relationship. Another thing is that because your senses are heightened when you're tripping, is that touch feels really, really good. So especially if your love language is touch, and everything. You could just feel energy. Then sexual energy is even more beautiful, okay, when you are on shrooms. So wherever you guys choose to take that, you could literally be like one, like the union of one, and experience literally oneness, be floating up in the cosmos together. I know this may sound like ooh to some people, but like if you've experienced it even at the slightest, then you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So that can be really special. It could really take you guys again to a next level of connection. It could be a once in a lifetime moment and feeling like one with the love of your life or whoever. I also feel like not only the trip itself can be impactful, whatever you two choose to open up to and share when you're tripping, but also after the trip, like even the come down and like coming way out of your trip and back to this 3D reality can be really impactful, because what you guys experienced, only you two experience that. A lot of the times you can't even put into words and try to explain to other people what you two experience. It's a very, very special moment for you two and only you two. What you two experienced created a space for you to be more open in your relationship. I believe so. Because let's say that you two, for example, chose to open yourself up and you said, oh, I love you so much. I love you so much as well. I love this, this, and this. You know, I'm grateful. Express your gratitude for each other, your love for each other. Let's say you come out of the trip and you guys can talk about what came up. Like, well, I didn't know you felt that way about me, you know? Or just talk it out kind of thing. It really helps you be more open. And really the keys to a healthy relationship, in my opinion, is being vulnerable, being open, and communicating. So those are my thoughts on how a trip on magic mushrooms can bring you closer to your partner. I'm sure that I missed something, or I'll think of something later, but that's really all that's coming to my mind right now. I feel like I made a few solid points, but if you think of anything, you have any questions, have any comments of what you have experienced, how it has helped you and your partner or a loved one, bringing you two closer together, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your experience. And again, make sure to subscribe so you can tune into all of my other upcoming videos. Thank you so much for being here.